tarot? Have you been interested, or possibly even have a deck of your own? Yet it gets confusing. There's so many cards. There's so many different interpretations. And then you watch online and you see people pull cards and you're like, wait, I didn't think that meant that. Well, let's take a look at it. There are many interpretations in many different forms for all different kinds of forms of reading tarot. The longer that you read tarot, the more you'll understand that most good tarot readings come from an intuitive side. There's underlying core principles behind every card, yet every book you read says something different. So let's jump into it. We're going to start off today for the first episode of this series with the Fool card. Everyone's familiar with the Fool card. I've seen some people say, oh, he's just an idiot, he has no knowledge, there's this, there's that. There's some people that are, he's divine, and play the fool. It's where it's headed. So let's take a look. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different books out, all from different decks and different forms of readings. I'll list them in the description box below, and we're going to go through it, and we're going to see what does the Fool card mean to all of these different people and the way that they wrote about it, and then how does it feel to you. And so as we go through this series, we'll go through one card every day and figure out how do we intuitively connect with our Fool card. So this is my Fool card, and how am I going to connect with this spiritually to where when I pull the Fool card, this means what to me, and understand it. And as we move through each card, and we'll read about them in all different kinds of context, and then you draw from those things what resonates with you and connects you to that card. So in a way, rather than just memorizing what other people have said, you draw your own conclusion and come up with that. So let's see. So we're going to go ahead and read the Fool. It was the book that came with this deck, the Black and Gold Edition Tarot. So it says, the Fool's journey begins the tarot and suggests a new cycle in your life. His bag reflects your personal experience, while his dog reminds you of companionship to be counted upon. Time to break free and begin again. The adventure begins. Self-expression, outlier, innocence, descent, optimism, a clean slate, or a fresh start. So that's pretty much a good overall, kind of vague understanding of what the Fool card means. So we're gonna look in, we have this book called Power Tarot, and I'm gonna read what this book, Power Tarot, says about the Fool. The Fool, Key 0. He represents the unlimited potential of the human spirit, purity of action, untouched by experience. The Fool is no fool, but an innocent who embraces whatever life brings. His open mind, the simplicity of his motives, and his sheer exuberance leave no room for doubt or fear. He possesses the imagination, creativity, and innate wisdom of a child, and like a child, he rushes forward without hesitation. He trusts his instincts. Depending on where he falls in a spread, the Fool may also indicate that you're pushing too far, too fast. You may be acting in an unrealistic or irresponsible manner. The magnificent exuberance that makes you feel like you're 18 again may irritate the people who are closest to you. In a reading, a fresh start or new beginning, expect the unexpected. You take risks that shock the people who know you best, but you're indifferent to their criticisms. You believe that all things are possible. If you must trust your instincts, plunge ahead and don't worry about the consequences. The Fool is definitely right-brained. And if it has relation to do with work, you start a new project, you find a new job, You embark on some glorious adventure. Travel is involved. Your enormous enthusiasm infects everyone around you and benefits you professionally. If you pull this card in a romance spread, you are not ready to make commitment, even though you may be pressured to do so. You're having too much fun to be tied down. You're too restless to stick to one person. Starting a family is the farthest thing from your mind. You're living completely now, in the now. Life is immediate. If it comes up in your finances sector, this check isn't in the mail. It has arrived. The mortgage or loan you've applied for is approved. Your financial opportunities appear in your life. Expect increase. You enter a period of faith. You know that no matter what happens, it's going to be okay. Health, if it comes up in a spread for health, definite improvement. You plunge ahead despite your health problems and find exactly what you need in order to recover. This may entail alternative medicine, a holistic physician, or spiritual awakening that dramatically affect your physical self. Remissions occur, however, you may be accident prone or forgetful. And in spirituality, your quest is underway. You're sampling everything that's out there. Sweat lodges, fasting, past life work, workshops, near-death seminars, religious or pagan rituals, tantric practices, out-of-body experiences, drugs, dreams, music. Everything you experience leads you to a deeper understanding of who you are and what you believe. The risks you take astonish the people who know you best. You've been seized and you must keep going. Today is the first day of your life. So that's a whole lot of everything. So that's a large description of many different versions of what the Fool can mean in different spreads. That book goes pretty in depth. Let's take a look at this one. Eden Gray's Tarot Revealed. In the divinationary meaning of the Fool is the subject of the reading faces a choice in life, a choice of vital importance to him. Therefore, he must be careful to use all his powers to make the right choices. And now, here's one that we didn't get yet. What happens when it's reversed? The choice made is likely to be faulty. Okay, that's... And now, let's take a look at this one. This one is Aline Connolly, Tarot, A New Handbook for the Apprentice. This book is definitely different, is an understatement. But let's see what this book has to say about the Fool, Key 0. You are now at the crossroads. The decision you make can be important. Think carefully. In your memory, you have the power to use your will. Choose your wisdom. Be soul still. Guidelines. Past mistakes could be the best lesson. Look before you leap. Any indiscretion at this time could spoil everything. The best swimmer in the world must know the depth before he makes a dive. Right. Let's see. So when it's reversed, according to this book, it says, have you made the right choice? You could be wrong. If disconnected or lacking in motivation, why not review things to date? Okay. So that gives us a pretty good idea of what that means. Now let's take a look. I'm going to look at one more. And so this is actually for my deck, the Wild Unknown Tarot. So we're just going to have a look at another deck that has kind of a different design than the classic Rider-Waite, and let's see if it gives us anything different when it comes to the card of the Fool. Because essentially, no matter what deck you are using, no matter what they look like, once you learn and connect with each one of the arcanas, major and minor, no matter what deck you're using, your connection should be able to make that flow and you should be able to piece together what it will intuitively be telling you in your readings. So let's look at the Fool in the Wild Unknown Tarot. The Fool is ready to fly. His young wings ache for flight, and with a single step he leaves behind the comfort of the nest to begin the journey through the major arcana. Is he ready? Will he fall? This is a card about beginnings. It points to the side of you that is spontaneous, excited, naive, and inexperienced. Others may doubt your abilities. Be ready to be called the Fool. Be ready to fall. No matter what people say about you, this is your journey, and it's already begun. Okay. So, as we can see, through reading through numerous different books, the Fool has quite a lot more going on than just, hey, it could be new beginnings, it could be, you know, you're an idiot and you're headed off into the wonder and you don't know. So when you really learn about all these things, for me personally, when I see the Fool, it, depending on how it falls in the spread, but a lot of times when it comes up, it's taking a risk, stepping into the unknown, evaluating your circumstances around you, and knowing that this could be a brand new adventure for you. It could be a new way of going about life. And a lot of times you make your way through the tarot and you end up back at the Fool. So processing through all the places within the tarot, the Fool, he's zero. He actually kind of falls in wherever he needs to fall in. It is generally something that's a new state of awareness. Sometimes you have to take those risks and move forward into your life, knowing that this is potential. We can move into this new beginning and into this new future. The Fool, it'll show choices, crossroads, times of understanding. So take out your Fool card out of your deck, and we're going to slowly work through all the deck and hold it and meditate on it. How does that make you feel through all the things that we've read and we've talked about? And please leave in the comments how you interpret the Fool, because I love to hear other people's opinions and other people's perspectives, because it helps me read better, learning intuitively what it is that you do, how do I do it. And when he shows up, you can really draw upon the energies, because all of us create the energies that are imbued in each one of these arcana. So, and if you hold it and you meditate with it, and so today, take that time to meditate on the Fool card. Take that time to bring to your awareness, how does the Fool connect with you? And next time, you're going to move on to the Magician. So here we are at the Fool, and this is an everyday. We're going to do a new card, and just hold it and meditate on it, and connect with your card. Connect with the energies of the Fool card. Draw upon yourself how you feel and embrace and embody that energy that you get from the Fool. And then when you're reading and he comes out, you're going to remember that energy that you've imbued into that card, and it will give you the answers and the intuitive answers that you need. So this is just one way of learning the tarot. This is how I like to do it. So if you want to join me, like and subscribe, and we are going to work our way through the entire deck. Thank you very much for joining me today, and hope to see you again next time. Love